sampah sembarangan. Udah tahu sampah biang masalah, buang sampah pada tempatnya lah.
Iya ya, kalau bukan kita, siapa lagi? Ayo kita buat Jakarta jadi bersih.
We are Chinese descendant. I'm the third generation.
Yes. And congratulations, because I heard very good news that you are going to be the governor of.
This is like a lucky draw.
You're just too humble. I think I heard a lot of good things about you, and the people are really very supportive. And we too from Hong Kong, and looking very much forward to having you as very soon as the governor of Jakarta, and then to hopefully to step up our promotional efforts also in Indonesia. Actually, for Hong Kong Trade Development Council, we are a statutory body established by law some 45 years ago. So we are sort of marketing arm of the Hong Kong government. And we are governed by a 20-member board of the council, and then we have been organizing a lot of external trade promotion and also promoting the Hong Kong platform in the past 40 years. So some of my responsibilities are to organize international trade fairs in Hong Kong, and then to invite a lot of different nationalities, people, and trade to do this business exchange in Hong Kong. But at the same time, the council also bring delegations elsewhere to the world. And just for your information, we have been organizing a lifestyle expo by bringing over the Hong Kong businessmen to Jakarta for the third year. Yeah, this is the third year. Is it usually in March? Yeah, usually in March. And then this last time we have around 200 Hong Kong companies, and then coming here and then to show their products for the Indonesian big market, and this is for inbound. And then for outbound, we have also a lot of Indonesian companies riding our Hong Kong platform, and then to do exports through the Hong Kong platform. I think Indonesia. Thank you. And I think Indonesia is very strong in a lot of consumer products like toys, games, and also handicrafts, the gifts, and also jewelry, and electronics, and a lot. So there is a lot, which Hong Kong may also offer, for the opportunities. And for your information, just last year, for example, we have around 150 Indonesian companies coming over to Hong Kong. And then we have also Indonesian buyers coming to Hong Kong to source. There is around 5,000 of them. But it is still a big room for potential, because Indonesia is so huge. And especially Jakarta is a very vibrant area. I'm sure that a lot of these people...
Economic Bureau.
Oh, okay. They are very, very relevant.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you very much.
And our director from our office, yes.
My name is Kwanyo. Nice to meet you.
Saya Rekam.
Thank you very much.
I'm just explaining to Basuki that we are very much want to step up our promotion and trade relations between Hong Kong and Jakarta, Indonesia. And we have been always organizing businessmen from Hong Kong to come to Jakarta. And also we welcome a lot of Indonesian companies. A lot of them are actually from Jakarta to go to Hong Kong to do business. Last year there were around 150 such exhibitors to Hong Kong, and 5,000 of them are sourcing from Hong Kong. Yeah. So and one more news also for Basuki is we are having a fully operated office now in Jakarta, in the World Trade Center. And starting from July the 1st this year, it's a fully operated office. Although our staff has been here for a few years, but it's more in a consulting basis. but starting from this year, July 1st, it has become a fully operated office. And our director is also from Hong Kong, Mr. Leung Guan Ho. So he is posted here to Jakarta, and he has been very energetic together with our staff Rachel, and also our partner, a local partner. Andrew and also Mrs. Indri, and then working there.
Saya orang Singapura.
Singapore ya.
And then we intend to have an official opening of our office. There will be a cocktail reception sometime in early January, in 2015. Yeah. And we very much hope that by that time we will invite. We haven't fixed a date yet. Yeah, we haven't.
What I mean is
Evening. It's evening.
evening.
Yes.
If your schedule allows, we will be much honored if you may.
Very near from here. A little bit traffic jam. But we hope in January we already could provide a free shuttle bus over there.
Oh.
Yeah, we will provide a free shuttle bus in the center of the business district, Kuningan. It's 10 minutes halfway. We'll provide. It's 10 minutes.
Wow.
Something new.
Yeah. Maybe I think next month we will get 10 units. Will come from this National Monument Monas until Ratu Plaza. So I will get the motorcycle in this area. It's free shuttle bus. Just keep going. It's 10 minutes.
Oh, that's very good. Yeah, because I think it's really facilitating.
So this very easy to reach. In 2018 maybe, our MRT will accomplish. We also will develop a light rail. We still calculate the connecting all the residential shopping mall and the office area. We have no choice. We have to put like a Chicago.
So
we don't have any choice to find the best rapid transit. Sometimes a little bit difficult. People could use the busway. So I think the most easy is the elevated light rail. Like the Chicago. You could imagine in 1942 Chicago developed like this. So now the technology more advanced than 1942. We want to copy like Singapore, the light rail. As a feeder. Feeder to MRT. We already have a commuter line. I think Jakarta, all property, everything will be good. I don't know, it's Hong Kong company, but Singapore very interesting to invest in the property because we are still undervalued. I told them I could accomplish this system transportation. I believe our property will increase. The problem is how to solve the problem for the squatter, for the poor people and the middle class, because it's too expensive. If you got the salary $1,000 US, you couldn't purchase any house anymore in Jakarta. Too expensive. That's why we have to provide a low-cost apartment. But the problem is the deficit of this low-cost apartment. The middle class, they jump, they buy it. That's a problem.
They buy the property.
Yeah, that's why I said this property just for rent. Actually, it's not for rent. Just pay the service fee. $50 only a day service fee. That's why many people to buy this. And there's this is a law enforcement problem. But we also want to, I think this is very good idea. Next year we will start to develop our underground national monument. This is for exhibition. So for the new, how to say that, the new beginner have a creative product, we will give them free of charge maybe 3 or 6 months in the center of this national monument. Next year we will start. So you want to find out what's the product of from the whole Indonesia, you just come to this national monument, ground floor, you will find everything.
So it's a long-term, do you intend to be a long-term exhibit?
Yeah, always, every day, including the culinary. But we will provide free for the new. We also, I want to increase our equity in our bank also to make our bank go to worldwide of Indonesia. So we could support the financially too.
And I also heard in terms of traffic, apart from what you think about the elevated rail, also the MTR, the metro
Yeah,
that you are building.
Now it's under construction.
Yeah. So it will be finished around 2016 or 17?
Yeah, 2018.
18?
Yeah, could operate. So that's why we put this Asian Games as a burden on us. We want to host Asian Games. That's why we have to develop also provide for 15,000 athletes and officials. We will use private sector to develop an apartment, and we will say we have to ability to give to us for 1 month for this event.
So you have a lot of plans in place, and I hope that Hong Kong and Indonesia maybe were part of your plans of also to facilitate.
Yeah, I think Hong Kong and Jakarta is a little bit the same.
Yeah.
It's limited land. You already use a sky bridge. That's what our imagination like that. So we still have a land like air ride and underground, and also reclamation island. We already developed 17 reclamation islands in the northern coastal. So yesterday we just groundbreaking for our national capital integrated coastal defense. This is like a wall. Is the first step. Another step is maybe I think we need 20 years more. We will develop another great seawall. We will copy Rotterdam.
Oh.
We already sent 20 employee here to learn in Rotterdam how to manage, how to do for 3 months. I think Jakarta will be better. We are in a good position. I think Hong Kong, Singapore, I think Hong Kong is more easy for us. It's like a gate to China.
Yeah. Actually, yeah. When we talk to the business community in Jakarta, and we also talk to them about the location of Hong Kong, which is very, very convenient, for going into China. And then just to let you know, for within 5 hours flight, you can reach also half of the world's population. Yeah, because imagine that
Good food.
China and also India and also ASEAN with Indonesia. Yeah, so much population. It's a very, very good location. So we want to let you know that you can make more use of us.
Yeah.
The services.
Yeah, Miss Sophia, last June I went to your office maybe.
Oh,
I went there and then with my staff and then we discussed about how about the investment. I forgot for the card. I tried to find the card, but I tried to find it in the photo.
Maybe it's from our international promotions people. Yeah. Usually, yes.
And then in the lower room, I forget there is some shop for industry creative maybe.
There is an exhibition.
Yeah, for
because,
exhibition.
Yeah.
This is a big hall there, and then a small booth for the industry creative.
I see.
Yeah.
I see.
To remind us.
Yeah, because our office is immediately linked to the Hong Kong Convention and Exhibition Center. So it's a world-class convention center, and some of our trade fairs are organized there. So by now we already have 4 world's largest trade fairs in the convention center, including the gifts and printing, where a lot of Jakarta companies also come to the gifts and premium, and even more than the German show. Even more than the German show. We have 4,100 plus exhibitors. Yeah. And then the other one is electronics, which is opening next week, next Monday. The world's larger than the Vegas one. The CES show. We have more than 4,000 plus exhibitors next week in Hong Kong. And then we have the watches and clocks. That one is also, watches and clocks are a very narrow industry. It is also the largest in the world in terms of number of exhibitors. And last but not least is in March, we have 2 jewelry fairs, 2 venues. We have occupied both venues of Hong Kong, one near the airport, which is the Asia World Expo, and the other one is in Wan Chai. So altogether, we have more than 3,800 plus exhibitors. and including some individual Indonesian exhibitors in the jury sectors. I think there's a lot of room for our potential. Yeah.
Biasa tuh yang kirim tuh UMKM gitu ya.
UMKM sama
Nama di
DPIP.
kelas dah.
Nanti bisa di dua investor DPIP sama UMKM.
Di kelas kita udah ada yang pameran sini belum?
Belum. Nanti melalui ini Pak. Tarik sekondir.
Tidak siap mereka ya.
Dinas industri.
Tidak siap mereka. Produksi massal.
Kalau produksi massal industri kreatif agak sulit, tapi Pak buat mengawali kelihatannya harus
Enggak, kalau jual pameran nggak bisa. Saya nggak mau kirim lagi. Jadi kita mesti cari yang berpotensi untuk ekspor.
Oh.
Yeah, we have the handicap is if just for exhibition is okay, but when they order ham, they couldn't produce.
Oh.
That's why I asked them, I don't want to send your product if they could not meet the demand of this export market. That's very important. We always send to the people just good for exhibition, but when the order comes, they could not.
Well, there are ways to help them. Like maybe before exhibitions. Since we have a Jakarta office and
That's
also
very
an
important.
yeah, we can have some kind of
Maybe
outreach.
join together. We don't know.
And prepare them.
Yeah.
Prepare them.
Educate them.
yeah.
Educate and training.
Some of them very good product. Very
Yes,
creative.
yes. Yesterday I
But
went
when
to
the order
expo.
comes, they could not.
Yeah, and we also have flexibility because nowadays we notice that the buyers are also buying less in volume, but also more frequently.
Yes.
So maybe Indonesian Jakartan exhibitors may be in a better position for certain goods. They can actually really export with smaller volumes.
Yeah, we have to find out the small volume.
Because for
It's very
TDC we
important.
also noticed this trend, and then we also have a small order zone just cater for those exhibitors who can produce in
Dia
smaller
mungkin
quantities.
siap. Dia kayak kontak sama Pak Mr. Leong Kwan Hoi.
Oke.
Thank you.
So ini nanti tarik Pak.
Yeah, I think.
Okay, I will keep in touch with you maybe.
You know, many like a handicraft and many very good and very creative. But when I ask them, if I order 100, they could not. That's the problem.
I think in the longer run, maybe with more practice and learning and education and training, I'm sure that the very good potential of these companies can be further developed.
We have many, training center. We have diklat. Very big.
Center for
We have many space.
Yeah, I want to let you know
We
about
have many
toys.
space now for training.
Yeah, like toys.
yeah,
Even
yeah.
a few companies, like 10 companies, if they're coming, we can have a more tailor-made promotion for them, like this kind of booklet. And then we also bring the buyers to the Indonesian pavilion to let them see for themselves how the handicrafts and how the toys are being produced in the booth and talk to them. So I think there are a lot of services that TDC and also Andrew's team and Kwan Ho's office will help. Yeah. We can start small, but we can develop into a bigger and bigger presence. Like in gifts, we are also having a best in ASEAN, where we invited Indonesia as well. Yeah, there are five ASEAN countries to be featured in the best in ASEAN. So I think by and by we will be able to, with more closer relations and with your good support, I think the industries will be more ready and more willing to go outside, well prepared, like you say, not unprepared, but better prepared, to go and maximize.
There are many creative like this.
First time.
Before many like this.
The
But it's
first
difficult to produce. Yeah, we have to try to solve this problem.
Saya diskusikan dengan Pak Joko
Kita
sama Pak
bisa siapin diklat itu kan gede-gede. Yeah, sometimes this the beginner don't have a capital to rent a press, a factory. We have many spaces, press. They should use that. Harusnya kita bisa pakai itu diklat-diklat.
You mean in Jakarta, in the country? Oh.
We could combine. It's like a subsidy in a with them. They want to try to develop mass product. They could not find out rent a factory, so they could use our place. until they got a lot of money, they just move. More easy.
Oh, it's like an incubation.
Yeah, incubation.
You incubate
Yeah,
some of them.
that's what our dream about like this national monument. They
Oh,
produce, we give them a place and also a place for the showroom.
yeah, yeah.
It's like incubation. After they cook, they move.
They graduate.
Yeah, the same like our Federal Street, the same. We develop. Why before we fell about this? Because they sell it. Like our low-cost apartment problem, the same with the Federal Street. Like a low-cost apartment, we give them this apartment, not rent, just pay a service, $50. He sell it. How much he sell it? 5,000 US. Ya, sekarang enggak 5,000 lagi, itu 12,000 ya. Ya, 4,000 US, he sell it. So we asked them, why you sell it? This old man, 67 years old, he give this answer like this. Since I was born, I'm just 67 years old. I am a poor man. I live in the riverbank, as a squatter. Now you give me a low-cost apartment, for what? And the middle class come offer me 50 million rupiah. It's better sell it.
To get the money
Yeah,
first.
I bribe the official $500. And I got rest money. I develop my own house, $1,000, maybe $500. I sell a credit cell phone. Maybe the rest, 30 million rupiah. I got married again. This is very human.
Oh.
And the same like this in Monas. I think the end of this October will accomplish 339 store. Very luxury. We developed this. We spend, including training, equipment, 20 million itu berapa ya? 200,000 US dollar. Ya, 200,000 enggak. Satu ya, betul ya? 20 miliar ya?
100.000 itu 1 M.
Oh enggak, bukan. Ini berarti almost 2 million US dollar. Very lucky we have to develop this. So we put the vendor street, selling the vendor street to get in. We got a sponsorship from this Sosro, tea company. He's a friend, we talked to him.
Oh.
He agreed to spend this money to help us, the trend. Now what happened? They will give it to the people. They could sell it maybe 500 million.
Immediately.
Yeah, immediately. That's why I put them, use this ID card, not the ID card. ID card, the law is very, sentence is very light sentence. So I asked them, put in this bank card ATM. So if they manipulate this card, I don't sue them as the federal thing, but this crime in the banking system. 12 years old sentence. So I put all of this, use this now. We try our best. We have a 600,000 federal state. This also contribute for traffic jam in Jakarta. Yeah. And also many bus, small bus, they always like stop 30 passenger. That's why in 2016, no bus to take a ticket by themselves. They have to under control by our company. We pay them the distant payment. So people have to use the e-money. This control the traffic. This is the way. It's very headaches in Jakarta. We think about many problems. But we believe you help us because we have many middle class, very creative. We also want to provide them full CCTV in 2016 and full Wi-Fi, use a 4G technology. Yeah, Korea. Yeah, Korea was on. I 2 times there in this past Asian game. But yeah, some in the city is very fast. I think it's very important to give them the creative product. So it's fine. The important is the creative to produce what the idea, how to design. I think the next for our generation is creative product.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's very competitive.
yeah, I agree, because a lot of creative industry can be a very good drive engine for the economy.
We left an industrial era. Everybody could copy industrial era. Everybody could copy. Just have a capital, you could copy industrial era. Now we have to creative.
Intellectual property now.
Yeah, that's
intellectual
very
property.
Anybody just contact.
Baik,
You could
ya.
take that.
I think we should
I agree.
continue
Yes, it's okay.
the good relation,
Yeah.
and then to see how we may.
It's good in economy, in anything, trading.
I will coordinate with a few agencies.
Ini juga partnernya.
Baik, siapa? Dengan beberapa dinas nanti. Jadi Ibu juga ada kenal.
Jadi you have arranged meeting with the UMKM, Dekran
Ya, Pak.
Nasda.
Ya, nanti saya tindak lanjut.
We have Dekran Nasda itu apa istilahnya?
National Council, Craft Council.
National Crafts.
Yeah, my wife get involved.
National handicrafts.
Yeah, I try to push
Regional.
people. That's why you always wear local, but almost every day. So including my wife, every day they wear local made this batik. Yeah, we also wear. This is Jakarta.
Yeah, very good
origin.
looking. I noticed. Yes.
Itu Dekranas itu tahun ini dia juga ikut pameran
Di sini.
di sini ya, tapi di sponsor oleh Menteri Perdagangan ya di sini. Ya.
Jadi, so, kita bisa itu. Kita siapkan.
Pak Jokowi kirim ke, we try to develop this field, but it's not easy. To train the people, it's not easy. Because my village is a tin mining area. So people don't want, you need a time to fishery, to produce, they don't like that. They like mining. No mining or the water become ruined.
Quick solution. They want something
Always
in return.
This is the humans problem.
Yeah.
So we need to teach them. It's not easy. We don't have a role nanti.
Ya.
Sometimes can develop one village, one product like in Japan, in Thailand, one village, one product. So this village have these resources to develop this village with this product. Another village different.
It's like Japan,
Yeah.
experience as a product. Yeah. It's not easy, but we will try. We're talking about the humans approach. More than 30 years, 40 years, no law enforcement. Like could you imagine, like people live in a different way. Whereas they not treat the government, the river. We have to move them. They give an answer like this. I've been here since 1970s. How come you ask me to move?
Oh. Not easy, huh?
You have to pay us. How can I pay you? You already live without tax, without anything. Yeah, this. But
But it seems you have looked into a lot of issues and you have some in mind, a lot of determination to help them.
But we will thank you for Hong Kong like this cooperation. We will need international market. I believe the young generation very creative. We just need to find them and help them.
Educate them.
Yeah.
Yesterday, Basuki, because we also met with the creative industry people like in design, for example, fashion design. Sometimes they will also say, if possible, if the government can have more, like Hong Kong can have the support, and the government from Indonesia can have a bit of support, so they can be able to sustain a better promotion overseas, because it's always cost for the creative people. Yeah, they have ideas, but they don't have a lot of resources.
We have to subsidy them.
Yeah, and then of course we have some measurements of
Bisa
how to
promosi,
have the promotions.
Jadi kan Pak Adi dari PIC.
Okay. I will coordinate Pak Joko and then industry from the small
It is very important.
Yeah. I think the creative people will appreciate the government
Yeah,
because
fashion also good in Indonesia. Very creative.
yes.
Because too many colorful, too many ethnicities. We have more than almost 5,000 ethnicities in Indonesia.
5,000.
Yeah, in the whole Indonesia. That's why Indonesia is very rich and very colorful. So they could put many ideas.
Yeah.
You could imagine like a batik, everything designed.
Yeah,
It's not easy. Central Java's batik is best. I like the Central Java batik, like Solo, the Pak Jokowi.
Oh.
Very detailed. Yeah, very expensive the batik.
Oh, yeah. I can
I don't
imagine.
like to buy a expensive shirt, but this because for to honor them, to appreciate them, have to buy, to support them.
Support
like
them.
Pak Jokowi. Pak Jokowi wear the shoe, I think only $10, $15. I like to ridicule him, but his shirt is above $300, $400.
Because of the local, he wants to support.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very sorry. Since he was a mayor.
But it's a national heritage.
Yeah, it's
World heritage.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
so
no.
it's not easy, but to put the wax and put in the coloring and put it dry again. That's quite batik.
It's a long time to
Printing
make
is not
one piece of batik.
Sometimes almost 1 year to develop one piece.
Oh, it's really a handicraft. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah, really handicraft batik.
yeah.
I think it's very, very interesting. And people know the philosophy.
I agree. I think sometimes when we promote,
Yeah.
it's good to pronounce the philosophy
Yeah.
and also the idea behind a certain
Yes.
design.
Yeah,
So I
that's
think-
expensive,
yeah.
the philosophy.
We have done that in the April show. We had a batik demonstration in Hong Kong.
Yeah, that's very important. We have a museum batik. Like you could. That's why we also hope we could promote tourism
Oh, tourism.
and culinary. I think it's good. Hong Kong and Jakarta we have to combine. Because Hong Kong is a little bit different with the China mainline, and like in Indonesia, food is different.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to. I think it's very important. It's like food, fashion, and tourism. We hope Hong Kong could help us to promote. You could imagine from the China mainland, the tourists 1% only to visit
Oh, yeah.
Jakarta.
Yeah. You're right. Because in Hong Kong last year we have some 54 million tourists, out of which 40 million are from mainland. So they dominated our 80% of
Now,
our.
that's why too many demonstrations from Hong Kong.
So some of them may come.
Because the China mainland very smart. This is law. They give birth in Hong Kong. They got the right as a citizen in Hong Kong. Yeah, some of them.
Some of them.
Yeah, they're very smart. Come to Hong Kong.
Yeah. But Hong Kong is too small. So I think the infrastructure sometimes have to also develop in order to cater, to accommodate more people. But of course, Hong Kong is a very accommodating city.
Yeah, I think it's important to promote this tourism. What we want to promote is Jakarta is safe. People always think Jakarta is danger, too many. Only little people demonstration.
Yeah, sometimes yesterday we exchanged some views with the media from Jakarta about the demonstrations. Actually, I think we share a very good basis, that the freedom of expression and then freedom of speech. But then, by and large, we are also very peaceful people. Yeah, peaceful and tolerant people. So like in Hong Kong now, even there are some student protests. Actually, they're doing it in a very peaceful and orderly manner.
Except FBI here.
This we cannot
But
control.
we detain them. But only just water gun, they just run.
But we are very positive and hopeful that it will be resolved soon, and then to cause the minimal impact. Yeah. So we hope that it will be business as usual, like us. For TDC, next Monday we will continue for the show to go on. Yeah, the electronics show starting on Monday. No need. You already handsome.
Like a South Korean.
Can we have a photo?
Yeah.
Very beautiful. Very beautiful.